My presentation is about the Mozart effect. This effect is the idea that listening to classical music can enhance the intelligence of people in general and babies in particular. First, I would like to start off with the scientific article that sparked the media's interest, essentially creating the Mozart effect. This article was published in 1993 and is called Music and Spatial Task Performance. This paper was published in Nature magazine and reveals the results of 3 scientists' research that listening to Mozart before completing reasoning tests improved the IQs of the people taking these tests. This impact of the music on the people's IQs was temporary, and the people tested were only college students. No other age groups were tested. These tests included analyzing patterns and paper folding and cutting tests. They tested the abstract and spatial reasoning skills of these participants, which is a category of reasoning skills that test thinking about objects in 3-dimensional ways. This article was discovered by the media, and the media blew the study up and made it sound like a discovery that could positively impact children for the rest of their lives if their parents provided them with access to classical music at a young age. The media misconstrued the facts of the scientific article. An article from the media where this can be seen is one from CNN. The news article was posted online in 1998 and is titled, "Georgia Program Bringing Classics to Newborns." It is about the governor of Georgia's program to produce the Mozart effect in its infant residents by giving them access to classical music. With the help of Sony, the babies of Georgia were given free CDs and cassette tapes. The article claims that classical music has been linked to helping babies' brains grow, and that classical music helps kids become better at math and gain logic skills. This is my favorite quote from the article, where a pediatrician compares the brain of an infant to pasta. The quote is from Karen DeWing. I thought this quote was interesting because it states her support for playing classical music for babies is because the classical music will help the noodles of the baby's brains make connections, which is just ambiguous enough to sound believable, and supports the overall tone of the article. It reads, "Babies are born with a tangle of neurons, kind of like spaghetti right after you dump it out of the pot, and the more stimuli that you provide to a young infant, the more connections those noodles make." Comparing the scientific article with the media article, I found major discrepancies between them. Although the media article does say that the actual effect of this music on infants is not proven, it makes it sound like the effect just has yet to be completely verified. It also fails to mention what the original study actually focused on, making the article misleading. The media could represent the study better by showing the actual science of the research instead of providing clickbait-like titles. The original study also mentioned that classical music was the only type experimented with and does not rule out the possibility that other kinds of music may impact kids. Other details not shared by the media include that the original study was done on college-age adults and that the effect from music does not last forever. This makes the context of the media article unclear. It also does not cite the original study to back up its claims, which means that the readers cannot directly view the information for themselves. It does not cite any studies, which means that the information presented is purely presented at base level and cannot be easily verified since there are no citations. The media article makes it sound like classical music is a necessity that the parents of infants should use to give their child their full brain advantage. The content that is accurately derived from the scientific article, like the specific mention of Mozart and that it was about younger people, makes the tone of the article seem authentic. It even has a quote from a pediatrician, and the media account is presented in a factual way. The details that are left unshared by the media make it so that the readers of the media article will not understand what the Mozart effect actually means, which is simply that listening to Mozart will improve the abstract and spatial reasoning skills of a college-age individual for 10 to 15 minutes prior to listening, not that babies will become smarter as a result. People are therefore not aware of the potential rewards or ramifications of making their child listen to classical music. And these are my sources.